Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conscious Living podcast series here in San Diego in the Specialty Produce Network studio and booth. And I'm here today live with Kim Tebbett from Canada. She is an author of 7 Billion Angels Whispering, We Love You. Welcome, Kim. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, hi there, Ashley. Thank you so much for inviting me to be with you today.
Oh, we're
I'm
so glad you're
excited.
here.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. So people call you the angel whisperer. What does that mean?
Well, that's interesting. In the book, in this beautiful little children's book I've written, The Angel's Whisper, all sorts of different affirmations to children. So I'll just give you an example of that. So I can see why I really feel that the angels whisper to us. So they whisper, for example, on the page from Canada that you can see a little bit through there. It says, friends and family in Canada enjoy a playful afternoon at a local beach. Our guardian angels always love to play with us. They whisper, you are loved, divine, radiant, connected, sacred, and infinite. We say to ourselves, I am loved, divine, radiant, connected, sacred, and infinite. And then we look at each other and say, we are loved, divine, radiant, connected, sacred, and infinite in our own unique ways. So I guess, and this actually is a page of our local beach here. I live on Salt Spring Island, and all the people in this book are people from our island, which is very special. So I guess when we're talking about whispering, in some way and somehow, our angels, our guardian angels, are always whispering to us. We might see a cloud float by and realize it looks like an angel, or I'll look up in the trees and think, oh my goodness, there's an angel. The way the branches are formed, it looks like an angel. So, in so many ways, the angels are whispering to us to remind us that they're always here with us and they love us, and for us to just feel their joy and their care and love for us. So,
It's so true. It's so true. Even here in San Diego, we don't get many clouds, but I have to say over the last few days, we've definitely had the very wispy angel clouds come
hmm.
over Southern California as well.
Aw.
Yeah. So it's beautiful. In Hawaii, we see the angels when the wind picks up to like 40 knots, 40 miles an hour, and they literally dance off of the waves and they start dancing right in front of you, in front of the boats. And other people would call it gale force winds. We call it when the angels arrive.
Oh, I love that. It's been a while since I've been there, but I remember what you're saying. And yes, it does look like they're dancing on the waves.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your book. It's an amazing book. I share it in my office with my clients and the kids and the families and ways to support them and connecting to their inner guidance and the
Hmm.
angelic realm and angels and God's gift to our world and giving us angels and support in that way. I
Hmm.
support them in connecting to that aspect and that realm as well. Share with me
Wonderful.
a little bit about how you came up with the book and what inspired you through that process.
Oh, well, I will say that how it started for me was 30 years ago. My brother got sick, and I just dove into. I actually studied all faiths, and I found the commonality between all of them are two things: the golden rule and angels. All faiths believe in those two things, which is very powerful to me. And during my time of caring for my brother, I continued to read things, and I started to feel a lot of love around me that I knew it wasn't something I could see, but I could feel deeply. And he passed over a year after that, and I just really dove into learning all I could about the angelic realm, because I felt that's where he went. That's who he is, and that's who we all are when we leave here and continue on our life somewhere else.
Yes.
And so I started writing poetry, and it came to me that I was going to write children's books. I didn't know when I was going to, but that I would definitely, that was my passion and that was my joy. And I've got actually over 50 books ready to be written. Some are already written. I'll be publishing them as time goes on. And yet I kept feeling a message from the angels as the little whisperings, the little nothing sort of nudges of going deeper into this type of angel or that type of angel, and which they will be put out soon. But all of a sudden, the guardian angels, I just heard them loud and clear through different things that were happening in my life, and I realized that we're in a very pivotal time right now on our planet where love is starting to shine in everyone's hearts more and more every day, and we also can sometimes feel alone, and that when we realize and we actually know that we have our very own guardian angel, life becomes way easier and way simpler. And we've got, as the first page says of the book, from the moment we are born, we have our very own guardian angel.
Yes.
And that's what this book is all about, to help us realize that we have our very own special guardian angel. And I believe we have more than one now. And it says they guard us and guide us and heal us and protect us and nurture us, inspire us. And they're always with us. And that first inner page is so precious. It's a bunch of angels. And of course, because my illustrator and I could do this, they're all people we know. But here's the first page. Some of you might be able to see they're just guardian angels, just gently holding or loving or soothing a tiny baby. And that was the gift of the guardian angel's message to me, was to make sure that people realized that there's always a guardian angel somewhere with us, holding our hand, sitting up in the corner. You know, I would ask you all to just wonder, where's your guardian angel right now in this moment? Are you holding hands? Are you on a bicycle? Are you in a car? Where are they sitting with you? And then I also knew I was an affirmation coach for many years, and I knew that it's also time for us to really empower ourselves. And one of the ways of doing that is to say those affirmations I read out. There's 42 affirmations in this book, and it was time for, and the I am statement is an extremely powerful way of helping us to feel very strong inside. At the same time, I also felt with the new changing world that it's time we included others in that message of I am and we are. The whole world is that. So, I'm sorry, just a sec. Can you please put the dog outside, Del? Sorry. Please, Dally, thank you. So sorry. Our little angel dog needs to go because if somebody came to the door, she'd be barking loudly. So let's see. So that became very important too. The angels are always whispering to us. And I want it very clear that we will only hear positive messages from our angels. Anything else is not from our angels. It's maybe our own inner fears coming up. So that was very, very important to bring that message to the children. It became very, very clear to me that this was meant to be the first book of so many. So that also was a very special part of this book. I also have called it the Divine Legacy series because we are in Divine Love, Legacy series. We are in a place in our hearts where we are pure divine love. And it's really time for us to know that and to live it and to walk it every single day. So I guess that's how it started. The guardian angel said, we want to be the first book. And they got their wish. So
That's very good. That's very good. And which of the angels did you enjoy whispering with? What are some of the stories that they guided you to and shared with you to share with the world?
Oh gosh, I have the archangel. Well, to tell you a very interesting little quick story. The archangels in this book, on the very final page, the archangels are in the book, and I had no idea they would be in there until about a month before it went to print. And I thought, what? You want to be in there? Because they often wake me up in the night about 2 to 4 in the morning. And I see images like a cartoon. It sort of just shows me visions and images of pictures they want in a book. So I saw the archangels and I thought, okay, we'll put you in there, of course, if that's what you wish. And then I kept hearing, go buy a book. There's a bookstore in Vancouver called Banyan Books. And I kept hearing, go buy a book about archangels. And honestly, I was kind of stubborn. And I said, I have so many books about you already. Really? But I did. One day I went to Vancouver and that's quite a distance. That's a 3-hour ferry ride for me. And I went in the store, and when the angels are getting my attention, sometimes they'll sort of shine a bright light on something and light something up. So I walked into this store, and there it was, just blinking, and I went, and it was Archangels 101. So I bought that book and I brought it home and I put it on the shelf. Then one day I thought, well, I best read this. And I opened it up. Sometimes, it's fun to open a book up and see what that message is in that moment.
Yes.
Literally, I opened the book up and it said right there in print, the archangels oversee the guardian angel realm. And in that moment, I just started to cry, and I was moved beyond words that, of course they had to be in this book because they help the guardian angels look after us. So
right, they're the great ones of the guardians. Yes.
Exactly. And that's the next book, Playing with Our Archangels. That one's coming out soon. And every book I've written that I know of, every single book is an experience that I've had with my girls in my life. They're all real, they're all true, based on truth. So it's very powerful. And for me, I think I have studied all of the angelic realms. So in that way, I'm very fortunate that I just talk to them all. And for example, it can be as simple as just saying for a little child, angel who helps me tie my shoelaces, could you please help me do this right now? We don't even have to name them. We just say, because they all are gifted and they'll all help us in whatever way we need. So that's a few ways of me sharing what I've lived through over these years.
Oh, that's so beautiful. It really is. And it's a nice way to share. And so when you're talking with the kids, meeting with the kids and sharing the book with the kids, what do they share with you back? How do they experience the angels? And
They'll often just recognize in my stories that, oh my gosh, I could have gone over there, but then literally a tree fell. If I'd been standing there, I would have been hurt. So, oh my gosh, I remember feeling, no, I better not go there. Some older ones will say that. Little ones will just say, I felt soothed going to sleep. I see this angel in the book and it reminds me of a dream I had. Different, I feel there's 7.4 billion people on the planet. So we all have our own perspective, and no way is more than or less than the other. So children, they seem to resonate with, they're also learning because some children haven't been exposed to the angel realm in that way. So through me and this book, they'll start to get really curious. And, I went to the school and said to them all, where is your angel right now in the room? And some were hanging from the rafters. I remember one little boy, oh, he's at the basketball hoop sitting there, So it's really great to get them to just use their imagination because, or just a tiny little, angels can be any size and they can get big or small. So they could even be just sitting on our shoulder, and the children will realize that. And it's really gorgeous to see how empowered all of us are, children and adults, how empowered we are when we realize, wow, we have this huge army of angels around us. Perhaps that's not the right word, but just this huge, beautiful body of light that is always guarding us and watching over us and sending us pure love all the time.
Well, it's really true. I mean, I had a near-death experience. Well, I've had several, but one near-death experience I had. I was 7 and I fell out of a tree,
Oh,
head first, about 6 feet up, and right on the head on the concrete, and I was out. And I remember leaving my body, and I remember an angel came and said, "It is not your time yet." And I said, "Well, how come? I'm ready to join you." "Nuh-uh, no, it's not your time yet," and gently put me back in my body.
wow.
And then I remember being woken up going into the ambulance and by the paramedics, and so I was about out for about a half an hour. And it was a very fascinating experience to experience that and to know that there is an angelic realm. There are many realms of energetic support out there that is here to support us through our lives and to feed us, give us, help us receive, help us open to understanding that there is so much more than we may see in front of us or in back of us or what we literally see, and to share all these opportunities. And I'm pretty sure many other people have had these kinds of experiences when they get close to transitioning maybe out of their body or in other formidable events that happen in their lives.
Hmm.
And I think it's just really neat to share that we are supported in all of these levels in all of these ways. And thank you for bringing this book forward. It's really fantastic. And you were just sharing with me before the podcast about how people view you in your town. Would you share with us a little bit about that?
I will. It's just so adorable. And I remember the first time it happened, I nearly bawled in the middle of our local grocery store. I was walking, and it still happens to this day. The kids know me now, and they see me. And at the beginning last year, they would tug on their parents' coattails in the winter, long winter coats, and they'd kind of tuck in behind, and they go, "Mom," or "Dad," or whoever. They look, there's the angel lady. And so they call me the angel lady now, which just lightens up my heart, and it's very powerful.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's who I'm known as now. And actually, that's who people call me now. And it's what people call me. It's really precious. And I'm grateful because it brings more awareness. And I think with my silver hair, it's like, whoa, there's sort of a glow there because I've got very white hair. And so it's sort of like wings. So anything to bring love is my passion. And to bring the angelic love is one of the greatest gifts that I've ever received in this life. So,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
so beautiful and so sweet and so soft.
yes.
And we were going to talk about that today too, because helping children and helping parents help their children connect to their inner guidance and to their the realms of receiving, the realms of support, the realms of love that is here that flows with the angels. Would you share with us just a little bit of a meditation, a process in which you help support parents and kids connect to their angels?
I would love to. This is actually on the second to last page of the book.
Okay.
There's just one more thing I'd like to say before I do this.
Oh,
One,
please.
one little aspect that I feel and that I find peace with, and talking about you being hurt with and having that near death experience. And I'll go to get in my car for a while. Actually, about a month ago, the battery just wouldn't work. And I sat there and I just thought, okay, angels, for some reason you don't want me to be on the road today. I'm supposed to stay home and be safe. So there are times when I realize that the angels are doing things that I may not feel like I have to do this. No, it's just meant for me to be safe, and I'll never know why. But so I guess to me, a big, huge aspect of that is trusting, just to
Yes,
really trust that we are being guided. We may not see it, but we're being guided. And that
absolutely.
so this is I'll show you this one. This is called a unity prayer for our world, and I'll read it in a sec. But Actually, I think I can do that. Here's the pages, and I think you can see that a little bit. So it's angels, 7 angels and 7 children to represent the millions. And each of them are holding the world in their arms. And I've been doing this meditation myself for many, many years. It just came to me to do this. So if we just all want to just shut our eyes for a minute, if you'd like, little ones, and put your hand on your heart. I love starting a meditation like this, and I just go in quietly, and I just imagine feeling my heartbeat. And once I feel my heartbeat, I know I'm connected with myself. So then you want to just imagine every single person on earth, our guardian angels and the whole angelic realm, lovingly hugging our planet. Can you just feel that? Just imagine feeling that in your arms right now. Just pretend you're holding, a ball, and then imagine that being the world and all the animals and all the people. And we feel, as you do that, you start to feel an incredible love, united love, growing for each other and all life. And imagine just pouring that beautiful heartbeat, that love that comes from our hearts, just pouring that love from deep within our hearts into the whole world. Knowing that we are infusing all living beings, land and water, with pure, unconditional divine love. Just feel that for a minute. Just imagine the tiniest tree frog, the tiniest little baby salmon, or the biggest whale, or the biggest elephant, the tiniest baby that's just being born right now, and the oldest elder. They're all feeling that beautiful love that we each have for each other deep within our hearts. So just imagine that, and know that as we do this meditation, as we pour our love out, that we are blessing everything as we remember how deeply blessed we are. And you just know when such an important remembering for each of us right now is to know there are so many people on this planet praying for love, more than we can even imagine. And we are reaching each other through this medium, and we are able to support each other in all the changes that are happening for love on our planet. And any time of the day or night, we can all just sit quietly when we're going to sleep, if we wake up in the middle of the night, when we're walking home holding our mommy's hand, whatever we're doing, we can just stop for a moment and shut our eyes or keep walking. We can do this as a walking meditation and just hold the world in our arms and just hug it. Oh, because it's so beautiful to just look around and see the beauty. Sometimes it's hard to see it sometimes, but it's there. It's always there.
So beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I know the kids are going to ask this, so I'm going to ask for it on behalf of them.
Okay.
Who do they talk to? I think the kids like names or colors or frequencies or something that they can connect with.
Okay. Well, if they want to talk to the archangels, if they can go and get the book, and there's 15 archangels in the book, and each of them have different gifts, which you'll be learning about in the next book that'll be out. And so, but at the same time, to keep it simple for the little ones with the guardian angels, all you have to do is ask their name, and they'll just tell you. It will be a feeling inside. And then you can just call them by name and say Sally or Sue or Joe or Michael, whatever feels good inside, knowing that we actually have more than one guardian angel. Some of us will pray to our grandmas or grandpas. I have one friend of mine prays to her dad and her grandma all the time. They are her angels, and she prays to them. So we may have loved ones that are in heaven that we just talk to just naturally, like we're talking right now, because it's that simple. And you just say hi. In the book, the Babies and Angel page where I mentioned that we each have our guardian angel. And the next sentence, all we have to do is say hi. It's that simple. Just to say, hi, how you doing today? Let's go for a walk today. Or, for example, I'm a little bit scared today. I'm writing a test today and I'd like your support. Okay. And you just know that they're right there with us. Sometimes, for me, for example, I prayed that we wouldn't have a windstorm because where I live, we've just had a big snow, and sometimes where I live on a little island, and it's very country orientated, and when the roads are windy and the trees can fall. So I was praying to all the wind angels, asking them to please slow down. So in that moment, I gave them the name wind angels, but it could have been going to work today, or pardon me, driving to town today. I have my angel Sally is one of my angels. Sally, let's go. Let's get us there safely today. So whatever comes to your heart, to me, is the name that is the very best for you. And each of us will have different names.
That is so cute.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It's that simple.
Now I know where Safety Sue comes from.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Or even just, we're just sitting there and we have this snow now, but about 5 days ago, little crocuses bloomed. And just
Wow.
sitting there looking at them and just, look, Sally, look at this beautiful crocus. What a gift to us. Just they just love to be a part of every moment of our life.
And pop up through the snow.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Kim. This has been such a beautiful blessing and such a beautiful opportunity for sharing your book and your meditation and our special and amazing ways we each individually connect to the angelic realm and to our guardian angels. It's so beautiful.
Thank you so much. It's
Oh,
such an honor to be in service to the archangel and the angel realm and all of them, and I'm just infinitely grateful to be able to share what they've shown me, and yeah, it's a real blessing.
yes. Thank you too. And how can people reach you or find you and
Thank you.
and purchase the book?
Yes, it's on Amazon. So
Okay.
it can be you can go on Amazon and look for 7 Billion Angels Whispering We Love You. My publishing house is Divine Love Publishing. So, and that's www.divinelovepublishing.com. You can go there
Okay.
and see me and some of the people that helped me create it. And so those are the two ways, Amazon or my website.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so
Or you
very
can come
much.
up to Salt Spring Island and visit
There
and
you
say
go.
hi.
We can go talk to the angel lady.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
beautiful. And thank you so much for joining us today. And we're so glad everyone else could join us. And thank you again. Have an angelic day.
Thank you so much. Deep blessings to all of you. I love you.
Love